Welcome to this 12th video of real numbers. In this last video on the topic real numbers of standard 9, now we are going to learn about absolute value. What is the absolute value of a number? Let's see. Okay. So, what is the meaning of absolute value? If x is a real number, then absolute value of x is its distance from 0. What is the meaning of it? Its distance from 0 on the number line. For example, suppose we have taken a number line over here, okay, starting with 0 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Like this we have taken. Now, x can be any real value, okay. Real value, it can be rational, it can be irrational. It can be rational means it can be natural, whole, integers means it can be complete numbers, either positive, negative or 0, or it can be fraction also. Okay. So let's take example. Suppose x is say 3. Suppose in first example if we take x is equal to 3, then what is the absolute value of x? That is absolute value of 3. Then if x is there, then absolute value of x, that is absolute value of 3 is its distance from 0 on the number line. What is its distance from 0? It is distance is say 1, 2 and 3. So absolute value of 3 is 3. Okay, if the number is positive 3, so absolute value is 3. If I take absolute value of 5, what is absolute value of 5? So if x is 5, then absolute value of x is going to be absolute value of 5, which is equal to 5. Okay. So when the x is positive, its distance from 0 is also positive. This is always positive. So positive, or we say it is the same number. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Absolute value of 5 is 5. If x is half somewhere here between this, so its absolute value of half is going to be half. Absolute value of root 7. Square root of 7 can be plotted somewhere between. Now square root of 7 is a number between square root of 4 and square root of 9. So it is between 2 and 3. Square root of 7 is between 2 and 3 somewhere here. Square root of 7, suppose here it is. So its distance from 0 is square root of 7. So its absolute value is also square root of 7. So absolute value of positive value number is same as the number. So here we get our first property, that how to write this. Absolute value of x is written as, it is written in two vertical lines, as I have written here like this. So it's two vertical lines, and read this as absolute value of x, or another name is modulus of x. Modulus of x is what? So if x is positive, then absolute value of x is x. It's same. Okay. Whatever the number, here you get it same. Now what is the absolute value of 0? If x is equal to 0, so now if x is here somewhere, here, now x is here, this is your x, previously x was here, in first case, when it is positive, when it is 0, what is absolute value of 0? What is the distance of 0 from 0? It is 0. So, when x is 0, if x is 0, absolute value of x is absolute value of 0 is 0. Okay? So, when x is 0, then absolute value of x is 0. Okay, clear? And now let's see third case, when x is less than 0, means if it is negative, x is negative, any number, let's take this number, third case. If x is negative, what will happen? In third case, if x is equal to minus 4, then absolute value of x is absolute value of, it's minus 4. Correct? Now what we have to do? We have to find what is the distance of minus 4 from 0. So distance between these two, 0 and minus 4, distance is always positive. Only this coordinate of the point is negative because it lies on the left side. But distance is always positive. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what is the absolute value of minus 4? It is 4. If x is say minus 2 upon 3, okay, somewhere here between 0 and minus 1, then what is the absolute value of x? Absolute value of minus 2 upon 3 is going to be 2 upon 3. Correct? 2 upon 3. So when the number is negative, its absolute value is opposite number. Now minus 4 and 4, these two are opposite numbers. Correct? So absolute value of minus 4 is 4. Absolute value of minus 4 is 4. So if x is negative, its absolute value is positive. Means it's opposite. It's opposite number. So it is given as a statement that if x is less than 0, it is negative, then absolute value of x is equal to minus x. Minus means do not take it as negative sign with this. So you have to take if x, whatever x is opposite number is minus x. Means if x is minus 5, if it is negative, then minus x is going to be 5. So absolute value of minus 5 is going to be equal to 5. In this way we have to understand. Okay. So these three things, meaning of this in this way. So actually in short, in a very simple way, absolute value of 0 is 0 and absolute value of any real number is only the magnitude of the number. It means the only number without sign. Okay. So if I take plus 5, positive 5, its absolute value is 5. Its absolute value is 5. So without the sign, only 5. And absolute value of minus 7 is 7 without this sign. Without this sign. So whether it is positive or negative. Because distance of plus 5 is from 0 on the number line is 5. And distance of minus 7 from 0 on the number line is 7. So this is the absolute value of numbers. So let's solve sums based on this, which is equal practice at 2.5. Practice at 2.5, question number 1. Question is we find the value. Okay, this question number 1, that first, of what value we have to find? It's absolute value of 15 minus 2. So under the, inside the two vertical lines, this absolute value of this 15 minus 2. What is 15 minus 2? It is 13. And what is the absolute value of 13? Is 13. So this is your answer. Now see the second one. It's absolute value of 4 minus 9. Now simplify this operation between the two vertical lines. So absolute value of 4 minus 9. 4 minus 9 is minus 5. So what is the absolute value of minus 5? It is 5. Okay. Let's take the third one. Absolute value of 7 multiplied by absolute value of minus 4. What is the absolute value of 7? It is 7 into absolute value of minus 4. It is 4. 7 4s are 28. So like this we have to solve question number 1. Find the value. Now how to solve question number 2? Question number 2 is solve. And here we can see some variables are used. X. Solving this, it means finding the value of the variable which will satisfy this given condition. Okay. So question number 2, which we have to solve, where it is given 3x minus 5. Its absolute value is 1. Okay. Now here again we need to understand the basic concept that absolute value of x is x as well as absolute value of minus x is also x. Correct? If it is not 0, then absolute value of x and minus x both are x. So when we have variable between the two vertical lines absolute sign, it means if we know this is x, so when this is given to you, then x can be the absolute value of either positive x or it can be negative x. Correct? So how can we write? So means if I take the numbers, so absolute value of say minus 2 or plus 2 is 2 and absolute value of minus 2 is also 2. So this, when we remove the absolute value sign, it can be either plus 2 or it can be minus 2. As for example, if absolute value of this 3x minus 5 is plus 1 and so absolute value of 3x minus 5 is plus 1, so it can be absolute value of either plus 1 or it can be minus 1. This 1 can be either it can be plus 1 or minus 1. So if we remove the absolute part, what we can get it? We can get it 3x minus 5 is equal to plus 1, or it can be minus 1. So, or it can be 3x minus 5 is equal to minus 1. Okay. So, one side absolute value, another also we have put it into absolute value, and now we are removing the absolute value part. So, basic can be either it can be plus 1 or it can be minus 1. Here we have got two equations. By solving these two equations, we can get value of x. So, here it is 3x is equal to 1. Minus 5 going there, it becomes plus 5, and therefore 3x is equal to 6, and therefore x is equal to 2. This is one of the solution. And here it is 3x is equal to minus 1 plus 5, which equals to 3x is equal to different sign. You have to subtract 5 minus 1, 4 greater number sign plus, and therefore x is equal to 4 upon 3. So if you substitute either this or this value here, and if you simplify its absolute value, you will get it 1. You can verify this part. Let's verify over here. Okay, let's put 2 first. So if it is in absolute value 3x minus 5, what is it? So if it is 3 into 2 minus 5, so it is 3 2s are 6 minus 5. So it's absolute value of 1, which equals to 1. So we have got it, which equal to RHS, right hand side. And substituting this value 4 upon 3 here, say 3x minus 5, what is its absolute value? So 3 into value of x is 4 upon 3 minus 5. So 3 gets cancelled over here, 4 minus 5. Absolute value of 4 minus 5, that is minus 1, is also 1, which equals to RHS. So starting with LHS, we have come to RHS. It means these both values are satisfied. If we put any one of the value here, you will get this answer. So this way we have to solve this question number 2. So let's solve one or two more. So we will come, you will understand this concept clearly. Now if I take second here, absolute value of 7 minus 2x is equal to 5, then means they can write 7 minus 2x is equal to 5 can be written as plus or minus 5. 5 is absolute value of either plus 5 or minus 5. Now remove it from both sides. So 7 minus 2x is equal to plus 5, or 7 minus 2x is equal to minus 5. Simplify this equation to get one value, simplify the other to get another. So 7, take 2x on this side, so it will become positive, and plus 5 here to become minus. So 7 minus 5 is 2 is equal to 2x. Therefore x is equal to 2 divided by 2 is 1. And here therefore 7 minus 5 will become plus 5 is equal to 2x. As the variable is negative, to make it positive, we have shifted it and number on this side. So it's 12 is equal to 2x. Now 2 6 are 12, so x is equal to 6. This way you have to simplify. Whether here it is whatever equation we have, these are the normal equation, you have to do only this plus 5, when you have to put it into this absolute value sign, two vertical lines, you have to take it plus 5 or minus 5. You can solve these remaining questions like this, and you can get the answers. I hope you have understood this lesson, real numbers, properly. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can put it into comment box. I will surely try to solve that queries. And if you want any particular sum, I will put a video on that, solving that sum. And thank you very much. I hope you are subscribed to channel till now. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe and give me your likes and comments. Thank you.